Hey, welcome everyone to how to get your kiddo assessed for special education. You know, a few years ago, my kid wasn't doing well in school. I had concerns like any parent would, but I kept on getting the runaround from the school, stating stuff like, they will outgrow this. There is nothing to worry about. Let's put them on a response to intervention kind of conversations. But none of that worked. And as I was getting more worried, my kid was falling further and further behind. So after calling ABC for IEP, I learned what I needed to do to get my kid assessed for special education services. It was so ridiculously easy. I'm embarrassed that it took me so long to find this out. So let's get into it so that you can stop worrying. The first step is to write an email to the principal. The subject line should read, requesting an assessment. It will be super important to copy yourself on this email for your own records. The email should read something like, I am concerned for my child's academic or social, emotional, or language at X school. I look forward to the prior written notice and the assessment plan. Don't worry if they call on you asking you what you're worried about. Just tell them what your worries are. Just to give you a heads up, they might tell you that your kid needs to go through a process called response to intervention. That's all fine and good, but don't let them tell you that every student must go through this process. It's a bunch of baloney. If they call and tell you this, just say, thank you, but I'll wait for the prior written notice. It's super important to follow up every phone call you get with an email back that reflects on the conversation on the phone. Trust me, if they think your conversation with them is wrong, they will let you know. So here's the tough part. Your school district has 15 calendar days to respond to your request. Yes, I said calendar days. The only exception to this timeline is if they are on vacation for more than 5 days. If that happens, they just pick it up when they get back from vacation. It's super important to check your kid's backpack to see if they put your prior notice in there. For me, that's where they put it, and I didn't know. You know how a kid's backpack is? It's like the black hole of the abyss where all important papers go missing. It's like your dryer, but for paperwork. So once you get that, you'll see a paper called permission to assess. You'll see numbers by the areas that the district will be assessing. Like your board, you can read who is doing what assessment. It's really, really, really important that you sign in consent, put the date on it, and get that signed paperwork back to the principal. Don't be like me and stick it back in your kid's backpack. Remember, your kid's backpack is the abyss of where nothing is found. So it's a good idea to hand deliver the consent and follow it up with an email. Okay, so after that is delivered, the district has 60 days to do the assessment. And if your kid qualifies for special education, another 30 days to meet again to go over their proposed goals. Unless you're lucky enough like me to be living in a state that holds a determination meeting and review their drafted goals within 60 days. Please, please, please remember that the 60-day timeline starts only when they receive your consent. And that's it. It's that easy. Write a letter. Don't let them talk you out of an assessment. Wait for paperwork and wait for a meeting. I hope that I was able to help you today. If you don't know what your letter should say, you can do what I did and downloaded a free template from ABC4IEP's website. Trust me, this saves so much time and energy. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll talk to you soon about the other parts of the IEP. And hey, if you wouldn't mind clicking the like button, I'd sure appreciate it. So until next time.